Claire is a student assigned to a lab this summer for a summer program. She is very motivated, but she has never worked in a research setting before. During her initial meetings, she listens to what her mentor explains in terms of the broader research goals and research topics, but she does not ask questions. When it comes time to begin designing her small project, she struggles to move on from her background reading to developing a research question. She summarizes her articles but has difficulty identifying gaps, forming hypotheses, and deciding what variables would be beneficial to answer any of the questions she could ask. During lab meetings, while other students use acronyms or jargon, Claire finds herself confused. She also does not ask questions or for clarification, instead opting to spend more time outside of meetings to try to figure it out on her own. As deadlines approach, Claire begins to express her concern that she does not feel confident enough to explain the broader impacts of her research, her project, or how her project connects to the lab's larger goals.
Hello. Oh, hey, Claire. All right. So this summer, our lab's going to be looking at some coastal water temperature changes and how they affect fish growth and migration patterns. Let me pull this up. Okay. So most of the work our group does is about analyzing long-term data sets and then connecting them to environmental shifts.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. So you're going to start out by reading some background papers so that you can kind of become familiar with the literature, and then eventually you're going to design a small research project inside the larger project.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So take some time this week to review the papers that I sent you, and then we can meet again and talk about some possible questions for your project.
Okay, thank you.
So after cleaning up the data set, we ran a regression on the SST variables and then we compared it to the CPUE historical data. And we found that the pattern aligns with the anomaly trends that were predicted in the last decade in the Melvin paper. And then next, I want to refine the model and see if adding salinity helps improve the prediction at all.
Perfect. Let's make sure to compare it to the regional data set before we finalize the analysis.
Yes, that sounds great.
All right. Any questions?
Okay, so they're looking at temperature and migration patterns. But what would my question even be?
Hey, Claire, how's it going?
Hi, everything's going good. I'm working on the papers. They're really interesting, and right now I'm just working on summarizing them.
All right. Do you have any questions? Are there any research questions coming up for you?
No, not really. I can explain what the papers say, and I can understand them. And like I said, I'm summarizing them, but I just don't know how I can turn that into a research question.
Okay.
And to be honest, I've been kind of confused during your lab meetings. There's a lot of acronyms and there's a lot of terms, and I'm just not familiar with them yet.
I see.
And I've tried to look things up, and I'm just not sure if I'm getting the right acronym or the right term, or if I'm spelling it correctly. And I just don't really know how things connect. And so I guess with the deadline coming up, I'm a little bit worried that I'm not going to have a research question and that I won't know what project to do or how it fits with like the broader lab's work.